वेलकम फ्रेंड्स। आज शाम में 3 MCQ टेस्ट स्टार्ट हुआ है। 2 का वीडियो मैंने पहले अपलोड कर दिया। अभी जो मैं MCQ टेस्ट लेके आया हूँ वो है कोर्स 503 का। तो चलिए कोर्स 503 में स्वयं में अभी कुछ डिस्टर्ब चल रहा है, तो ये वीक 5 में है MCQ टेस्ट। देखिए स्वयं डिस्टर्ब बहुत स्लो चल रहा है। तो इसमें 98 क्वेश्चंस है। ये MCQ टेस्ट आज 1 मार्च को स्टार्ट हुआ। तो चलिए हम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा सही आंसर देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। हम अटेम्प्ट टेस्ट करते हैं। क्वेश्चन 1, TLM का मीनिंग जो है टीचिंग लर्निंग मटेरियल। व्हाट इज द इंडिकेटर ऑफ द ब्यूटी ऑफ ए प्राइमरी स्कूल क्लासरूम? cheerful and engaged children. The purpose of a card for language teaching is option 1, helping in learning to decode while learning to read. Which of these is not a part of oral material? Option 2, textbook. Which out of these is not possible while children are using materials? Option 4, it remains as it is. Which of these is a part of written material? Option 2, workbooks. The tongue does not get chopped on speaking, but the hands do get chopped on writing. Who said? ये किसने कहा? Option 1, प्रेमचंद. Writing is a medium which represents the same language in a different form. How does the process of learning take place? Forming whole picture first and then perceiving the specifics. A person who has dyslexia always see the complete picture. Among 4 language skill, which one is most different? Writing. What is the objective of writing? Option 4, meaningful expression as well as communication. What should be done while teaching children to write? Option 4, children should be asked to write the same letter over and over again. Essay are basically of 2 types. One is reflexive and other is emotional. What are the kind of poems known to children in smaller classes? Poem making use of rhyming words. क्वेश्चन नंबर 16 बड़ा क्वेश्चन है। इसका उत्तर होगा 5000 ईयर्स। रीडिंग इज ए डैश एंटरप्राइज। क्रिएटिव। टिक द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग अबाउट रीडिंग। एब्जॉर्बिंग द मीनिंग ऑफ द रिटन टेक्स्ट। रीडिंग इन्वॉल्व्स अंडरस्टैंडिंग डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट्स एंड चेंजिंग कलर्स ऑफ लाइफ अकॉर्डिंग टू एक किसने कहा? पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू. Next, how we can develop the interest of the child in reading? Tick 1, by using interesting process of teaching to read. Children will learn to read by option 1, enterprise of reading itself. Goldman has correctly defined reading as a game of psycholinguistic speculation. Natural and essential stage of learning to read is question number 23. Option 1, errors made during reading. When we provide an environment laden with written text in a class, actually we construct option 1 and exciting classes. Children will learn to read only when the enterprise of reading is dash for them. Option 4, enjoyable. It is better to start the enterprise of teaching to read with books. What is the most important for linguistics? Grammar and dictionary. Ordinary people recognize language only as a mean of. इसका आंसर है option 4, communication. Next, how many forms noun can have in Hindi? Option 4, 6. In which of the following area does language change in every 15 to 20 kilometer? Option 3, at the level of sound structure. ये था question number 30. LSRW stands for listening, speaking, reading, writing. Sometimes we make blunders on dash because we do not simply listen to the other person carefully. Option 1, communication. Language is associated with the identity of. Option 1, an individual. Every child born with a universal grammar. The process of language standardization are closely associated with the process of exploitation. Dash is a medium that nullifies distance. Language. Opportunities provided at home for learning a language are dash as compared to opportunities provided at school. Option 2, more, ज़्यादा. Dense forest of Satpura each कहाँ स्थापित है? About the forest of Madhya Pradesh. In what way do posters and advertisements present to us things from our surroundings? Option 3, simple and attractive way. Specific objective each. It aims to explain what happens in a class in particular day period. Question number 41. How many things in general should you keep in mind when you are preparing a lesson plan? 9. A classroom has two important elements. Obviously, teacher and student. What was the size of Tulika's classroom? तुलिका की क्लासरूम की साइज कितना है? 30. On which day of her lesson plan did Hina decide to the exercise with the help of children? 4th day. Question number 45. What was the day for plan of locus? Option 4, revision of the lesson. Which subject did Radha teach? Option 2, English. How many languages are mentioned in 8th schedule of the Constitution now? Option 4, 22. ये था question number 47. Next, for India multilinguality each. Option 1, a source of strength. How many language families are there in India? Option 4, 6. Which part of the Constitution contains provisions related to language? Option 1, 17. Question number 50 हो गया. 51. The official language of India is Hindi written in Devanagari script. In which language Joyce's Padmavat is written? Option 2, Awadhi. The form of Hindi which was used to write literature? Option 1, Nagari Hindi. When the British come to India in 1813, the medium of education used in primary school started by them was? Option 4, regional languages. When was the Constitutional Assembly adopted Hindi as the official language of the Indian Union? Question number 55. Option 1, 14 September 1949. In which year was the National Politics of Education released? Question number 56. 1968. In how many hemispheres is the human brain divided? 2. What kinds of mistakes are corrected by parents? Fact-related errors. Which of the following things help children acquire languages? Hearing adults talk. At which stage do children overgeneralized? One-word stage. Generally speaking, second language acquisition starts from expression. Where do we find phrases like pin drop silence, change of heart, each and every? Indian English. Why does a native English speaker find it difficult to say Khargas? Does not want to speak Hindi. What is the focus of the direct method? Accuracy in speaking. Telegraphic speech is two-word stage. Which is the oldest method of teaching language? Grammar translation method. Speaking and listening are the dash for learning a language. First step. Showing the pictures to the children and asking them to tell what will the woman do once they reach home. What opportunity does this present to predict? What is the significant part of listening, speaking? Understanding. In how many ways do we understand meaning while listening? दो, 2. क्वेश्चन नंबर 71 बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन है, इसका आंसर होगा 1. To reason. What do children comprehend by regularly listening to poem and rhymes? Option 4. Basic structure of language. Along with telling stories to children, what else is necessary? Listen to their story. Accuracy and fluency are the two elements involved in language proficiency. Which two processes run simultaneously during a dialogue? Listening and speaking. What is the advantage of giving children opportunities for dialogue? Will become capable of expressing their experience and thoughts. Who is the writer of the story Idgha? Option 2. Premchand. Prose does not include poem. According to whom the knowledge of language science is at two levels, level of use and the level of uses. Widdowson. Traditionally, the base of language teaching was grammar teaching. A child learns her first language before coming to school in natural setting. Listening is the mirror of beauty, morality and spiritual values and also manifests the rules of social order and culture. Who wrote? C. Scott. Interesting stories help in developing concentration. Who wrote Andher Nagari? Bhartendu. Who said literature would increase all the skill of language because literature increase language science related knowledge? Option 1. Pope. इसके बाद है क्वेश्चन नंबर 86. Who wrote छोटा जादूगर? जयशंकर प्रसाद. अशोका शास्त्र त्याग इज प्ले. नाटक. Which skill increased by studying literature? Reading. When a writer describes an incident or a sense which had occurred in his life or any other person's life, it is called memory. Memoir. M-E-M-O-I-R. When a writer writes about the incidents seen during his travel, it is called. Question number 90. Travelogue, Jatra Vittanto. Through children's literature, children develop. Option 1. Imagination. Question number 92. In the present assessment system, which of these states are not possible for the child? Option 4. State of enjoyment. How many marks did Moina get in class? 2. What must we keep in mind during assessment? Compare the progress of the child with her previous level of learning. Assessment is a tool each dash for both teachers and children. Useful. What does fluency means? Speak, read and write to express herself with facility. The important way to access SSS listening speaking each dictation. What is the way to measure all languages proficiencies of a learner? क्लोज टेस्ट। तो 98 का आंसर दे दिया। अभी चलिए सबमिट करते हैं। स्वयं बहुत स्लो चल रहा है, मैंने पहले ही कहा था। देखिए ओवरऑल स्कोर 95 आउट ऑफ 98, मतलब 3 क्वेश्चंस का मैंने गलत आंसर दे दिया, सॉरी फॉर दैट। लेकिन 98 क्वेश्चन में 95 का हमने सही आंसर दिया। 98 का अटेम्प्ट किया, 95 का करेक्ट आंसर मिला। 14.37 मिनट लगा। अभी तक 3000% ये आंसर दिया है। 3 आंसर का गलत आंसर होने से मेरा 634 रैंक हुआ। तो चलिए आप लोग ये MCQ टेस्ट जरूर दीजिएगा। थैंक यू फ्रेंड।